As we've moved to, and it's expected now, that we do as much of an audit as possible remotely, we should consider the PCI Council's ranking that they provide for the potential risk to evidence collected and the reliability of that evidence and the assurance that you get out of remotely observing processes. The PCI Council ranks this as a high risk. There's a high potential risk to the evidence reliability and assurance that you get from your engagement when we are reviewing processes remotely. Why is this so critical? Well, it's because processes are best observed as they're happening. Walking through a process with an organization, walking through how they do it. Even if an organization today doesn't have a physical location, there's a process that's still happening with that worker on their laptop over that VPN. People who are accessing systems and completing processes, people who are performing customer support activities. These are still processes that are occurring even remotely. And you miss many visual cues when you don't sit down with a client and look at the entire environment. When we walk through facilities, so many times we're observing a process and we off to the side say, now what is that over there? That's the XYZ system. Oh, who's this person here? What are they doing? Oh, that's the person who operates this critical control. And those are things that are very difficult to find remotely, and that's why the PCI Council says there's a high risk of missing things like that. You just don't have the visibility of the personnel and how they interact and how they're operating the controls. These are very important to consider because I read so many audit reports today where processes are just not included. There's cloud security controls, there are domain policies, there are firewall settings, but they just don't really describe what the company does and how they do it, because there are some very unique and customized controls that every organization puts into place around their unique processes. And so understanding what those are and including them in your audit report is something that Kirkpatrick Price can help you with.